Hey, can you hear me okay there, Cheryl? First off, what did you tell the team afterwards on this one?
I mean, obviously it was disappointing. But we didn't show up for, a hard game in a place that, where this team is playing well, competing, wants to be in the playoffs. And, we just didn't show up correctly physically. We didn't compete. We didn't get after it. So thought we were pretty easy to play against tonight.
50 to 20 points in the paint. How much of that, what do you say about that to start with?
Well, I mean, that's what Dallas does. Being in the paint, they got in there a hell of a lot easier than what we had hoped. Again, we didn't compete physically. We didn't apply much pressure on the perimeter. We were feeble in the post and defending. Obviously, they've got some centers that are difficult to deal with for any team. But we didn't do any parts of the defensive game plan with any sort of passion and energy. And they had their way with us. I mean, that's what they do to us. That's the most all season in the 4 meetings that they got. The other games were 48, 44, 46. So that's what they do to us. I thought tonight was particularly easy for them. And then, we don't score in the paint. But I will say this team doesn't defend in the paint very well, Dallas. And we just, again, we physically, we wouldn't put our bodies on the line today, both ends of the floor.
You mentioned putting bodies on the line. One, how's Alana? And then two, how much of a factor did that play in that interior game?
I mean, we know that we count on land to rim protect, even though, it's hard with McCallum. We give up a lot of size. We couldn't really make them pay on the offensive end as well as we did in other games. We weren't very active offensively. We were also taking the ball to the net. We're just a pretty average team offensively if we can't play off our defense a little bit. So, yeah, we I don't know Land's status. I know it's an ankle. I'll have to find out. Probably, whatever they're going to say tonight, but then it's always about what happens tomorrow. You fly and all that good stuff. We play at 2:00 on Sunday, so we'll see. We'll see what we can do.
Thanks, Cheryl.
Yep.
Kent?
Yeah, I'm sorry I got this a little late. You may have already addressed this, but the turnovers, 25-5 edge by Dallas. Does that just kind of go to what you're talking about if you're taking the ball out of the net, not playing defense? But that was so uncharacteristic given the way you've played since the Olympic break.
Yeah, no, I think again, physically we weren't ready to compete. They defended us hard, and we just didn't have a way about us that was collective. Physically tough. We just didn't have that way about us, and I thought both ends of the floor we weren't hard to guard. It seemed like we second guessed everything. We second guessed every scheme defensively, offensively. We just never really got to good places. And early in the game, I thought we settled, even though we talked about seeking the paint. The number of times that we said wanted to seek the paint, we were okay with threes after we sought the paint and tried for some rim points, knowing that was a weakness for this team. We just jacked threes early, weren't making them, and it was a bad combination. Then we battled, to finish the half up 1, and then we came out the third quarter the same way we started, in the first quarter, and we just could never climb back into it.
Thank you.
Carrie, any questions?
Thanks, everybody.